One. Hello, everybody. My name is Jessica Urias. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited to be here with you guys today. So I'm just going to give you a few minutes to actually share the live. So if you ladies want to go ahead and share right quick, if you're able to, if not, that's okay. That way, everybody can find where we're at, and we'll go ahead and get started and get everything going. I'm so excited for you guys being here with me today. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Jamila and Markira to the live with me today. So thank you so much, ladies, for being here with me.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for
Yes, ma'am.
having me as well.
Yes, of course. I'm so glad. Like I said, thank you so much for taking your time out to be here with me today. I'm excited to share, what it is that we have that's on our hands, as a matter of fact, right? Um, oh, I'm just excited to have you here with me today. So that's all that matters to me. So, okay, so I shared, and it looks like everybody is sharing our live video here with me today. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling. All right, so let me see here. Oh man, why does it always want to start in a group? Okay, whatever. All right, so we are here. We are spreading awareness for our Justice for Our Kids campaign. We are we are informing men and women of the harmful effects what sanitary napkins and tampons are doing to our women. And as a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we have these two amazing women with us here today, because they have learned firsthand what Jewel has done for them. And we're going to have a woman conversation about what Jewel is doing for them and it's basically their testimony, their Jewel testimony. So I want to go ahead and get started with you, Jamila. Um, Share a little bit with us, how you got to know what Jewel is.
Okay. Actually, I have a good friend, Miss Tony Strickland. She
Mm-hmm.
actually shared the pads with me. I was informed that I had fibroids in 2017,
Wow.
October 2017, and my doctor uh, told me about it. And at that time, I was shocked because I had that problem before, and I had a myomectomy, and that was the removal of the fibroids through surgery. So
Oh
I
my.
had that done, and at that point in time, I thought that it was gone, like it would never come back, and it
Mhm.
actually did in 2017. So once
Wow.
I spoke with my gynecologist, she informed me of the different options, UFE, another myomectomy. And so she said, but at this point in time, after she had looked at the ultrasound results, she was seeing that the fibroid was the size of a 5 pound baby.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, 5 month old baby. I'm sorry, 5 month old baby. And
Uh-huh.
at that point in time, she was saying that if they were to do another myomectomy, that would have been 80% of my cervix removed. And
Wow.
I no, I was not ready for that. So at that point in time, the next option was the UFE, in which I did decide to do that, uterine fibroid embolization, and
Oh
that's
my.
where they went in and they cut the blood flow to the actual fibroid. I'm not sure detail wise how they do it, but yeah, that's the way that I had that done. And with that, I was able to go and I use the pads to actually heal from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, my flow diminished from 7 full days to like and I used to use like 5 to 7 pads a day. Super. What is the largest one? That is the ultra heavy duty. You know, similar to like the hospital pads that they would give you, right? So
Hmm.
for me, that was the daily flow. Seven
Wow.
pads. And I used to use those.
Oh my God. So, golly,
Yeah.
you have been through the gutter. I mean, literally.
Yes. And so for me now, I have gone from 7 full days down to 4 days with,
Hold on. Because oh my God. Okay, so I'm gonna stop you there with your test with your what you go through, okay?
okay.
So Markira, how did you come into all this? How were you introduced to jewel pads? Are you there, Markira? Uh-oh. There we are. Hold on just a minute. Hold on. I'm sorry, we're having just a little bit of complications. I lost her, so let me get her back. Here we go. There you are. We lost you there.
Yeah, I think we lost. I don't see. What's her?
I'm here.
You
Okay, we
are?
can. Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you. Go ahead. How were you introduced to jewel pads?
Well, I was introduced to jewel pads. I used to use the old pads with Cherish, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, I used to use those. And
Uh-huh.
whatever happened with that, I was unable to get them anymore. But the reason that I was looking for a more healthier sanitary napkin was because I have a very, very, very heavy flow.
Wow.
I get my cramps are really bad. Like it feels like my uterus would be ready to fall out. And
Oh,
towards the end of my menstrual, I always get headaches. So I wanted to find something that was better for me. And then with all the things that I would hear about these other sanitary napkins that are plastic and the things that they are causing in women's health, I wanted
right.
to find something better. So before I actually got Jewel, I was using an organic sanitary napkin from, the regular stores, which they
Wow.
are cotton. I would have the overnights, the heaviest one that you can use. However, I still was changing pads like literally within an hour. And if
Ooh,
I
with
didn't,
organic.
right, and they're organic. And literally, if I wait longer than that, they would I would see some left in my underwear, right?
Oh,
So I had to find something better. Even I would wake up sometimes in the middle of the night and there may be an accident
oh my
because of the
goodness.
flow. I'm a person I stay on for 7 days. Well, I did stay on for 7 days. I would
Right.
stay on for 7 days and heavy for about 4 of those days, and then it'll kind of lighten up after. So since I've been using Jewel, which I was introduced to this company by a friend of mine, her name is Savannah Green. And I seen that she had them, so I just was like, I need them because I used to wear Cherish, and I no longer can get a hold of them anyway. So I started
Wow.
using them, and literally this month, the beginning of this month was the first time I actually started using an actual sanitary napkin, and I do wear the overnight. And before it actually came on, I was wearing the panty liners.
Hmm.
So wearing the panty liners, I noticed I was dry all the time. Like I just
Oh,
felt, more dry versus
right.
as you go out throughout the day, if you're not, you have a panty liner, whatever, you may sweat in that area. You know what I mean? Or you can feel moisture because it's so hot outside, and our body already is at a certain temperature. Um,
Exactly.
so
Right.
wearing the panty liner, I feel is comfortable, and
Right.
two, um, from wearing that the whole entire month of July, when my Mincy finally came on, I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it was coming on. I didn't get the pre symptoms that you would normally get. Well, for me, like the little crampy feeling the
Yes.
just feeling bloated. I didn't get that. So I didn't know. I wasn't aware. So once it came on, I wiped and that's what I noticed. So that's when I went into wearing my overflow because once I noticed that the overnight pads, once I noticed that, I know I'm getting ready to start coming on heavy. So
Wow.
True.
I wore the overnights. I was heavy for about the first day, but the thing about it, I'm so sorry. The thing
That's
about
okay.
it, it absorbed. So I didn't know that I was on. I felt dry. It absorbed very well.
Hmm.
I didn't have to go run and switch within that hour. I was able to keep it on a little longer. So instead of using about 4 pads a day, I was down to like 2 to 3. And
Really?
then, yeah. So by
And and
the
and that was just using a panty liner before your cycle.
right, yes, using the panty liner before my cycle, and I did that. Sorry, I did that because I'm getting out of my car. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Can you get my pocketbook for me, please? Thank you. I did that because I wanted my body to be ready for when my menstrual come on. Like I wanted to my body to get immune to what it was getting ready to experience. I guess that is that a better way of saying it? Because
Right.
sometimes using things when we're so used to using certain things, our body had to
Mhm.
adapt to something
Exactly.
new. So that's
Right.
why I started using the panty liner so that I can see results,
Right.
immediately.
And
Um,
and that I mean that and that's a good thing for a lot of us women, which we have no idea that, using the jewel panty liners because it's infused with a strip called graphene that's
Hmm.
actually pulling out all the toxins inside of your body so that
Yeah.
you can have a healthier flow and so that you're not going through basically all the mess that you guys, both of you ladies, had just mentioned of everything that you just gone through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, wow. I mean, to get started with the panty liner first, this is mind blowing because there's so many women that need to hear this. So
Yes.
keep going, keep going, Markira, just right quick, and then we'll hop over to. Uh oh, hold on, just a minute. All right, so we lost her again. All
I'm
right,
sorry,
so
my car, it keeps dropping. I just got home, so if you give me a second, I'm gonna jump on from my computer. I mean, I
okay,
can stay on, but I'm gonna mute myself. I'm so sorry.
no, go ahead. I will take you down and go ahead and take care of what you need to take care of, and me and Jamila will have a conversation, and then just
Okay.
hop in here, back in here, and then we'll get you going.
Okay. All right.
All right, thanks. All right, Jamila. So, oh my goodness. So I mean, from a conversation with just having panty liners to a conversation with you going through what you were going through. So I'm gonna hop off just 1 second. I want you to tell everybody that what you've been going through right quick, okay?
Okay. So from the actual surgery and from me actually going through and using I as well was using the cherish pads, but I eventually, once I found out about Jewel, I was so interested about that because I knew what a tremendous how my life was switching up as far as my menstrual health. So for me, it was a game changer once I got a chance to use the graphene um, infused pad, the jewel pad. And so I once I used the jewel pad, it was just like instantly I felt a total difference when I put it on. I felt the cool sensation. I felt I did feel dryness. And by the time I got a chance to use the jewel pad, I actually had okay, before this, what I used to do was use the panty liner 15 days before, and that would lessen the symptoms of the actual PMS coming on, right? So for me,
Mm-hmm.
it was like I never knew. I'm just as well as Makira. I never knew when it came on. It would just be once you would go to the restroom. So after I used that, I started out, I was with overnights, and I used to wear the overnights. And then as time went along, it trickled down to where I was just doing nights and days. And then from there, once I tried to use the jewel starting out, the overnights were a little bit too big for me. So I had to start with night and the moderate, in which that's a plus for me because it's like now I really just use the moderates, and while I'll use probably 1 or 2 pads a day. And like I said, I'm down to 4 days. As a matter of fact, it's 3 to 4 days. And
Wow.
it's a tremendous success for me because I don't have to really worry about going through all of that. And so along with my menstrual, I actually suffer from hidradenitis, and that is a skin condition. It's where
Wow.
you have overactive sweat glands, and they'll fester up, and they'll become either a boil or a bump. And so it started when I was a little girl, 13 years old, and I never knew what it was until as I got older. Once I got to my age now, fast forward to this time, I actually had one that was up under my arm. And so I decided to take the strip out and put it in a Band-Aid and put it up under my arm. And I want you to know it started detoxing my armpit. And when it did that,
Really?
it activated everything that was up under there, and it pulled everything out. And I was amazed by that because I would have to go to the doctor when I was younger, and they would cut you and, go through all the different procedures where I didn't even have to do that. And that was a game changer for me
Mhm.
because I was just so excited by that. And then when I first put it on, I instantly felt the sensation of the pain like subsiding, going away. And I could just feel it felt like it was really like inside working. I can't even explain the actual I can't even explain the experience, but one thing I can tell you is that I know we have our hands on something that is amazing, and I can't let
Right.
go, and I have no choice but to share it.
Oh my goodness. Golly, okay, so from going everything from fibroids and all that other mess down to it actually pulling stuff out from your body. I mean,
Yes,
girl, oh my
yes,
God.
yes,
That that's a big testimony because there's so many women out there that are facing fibroids. There's so many women that are facing endometriosis,
yes,
polycystic ovarian syndrome, and
yes,
the things that us women have to go through just to figure out, or just so that the doctor can take it out,
yes,
basically, really, because
yes,
that's what the doctors did to you, right?
yes, yes.
So, I
Um,
mean,
and the thing is, I never knew about sweat glands being removed. I mean, I heard about it through people, but I never knew that part. And then as far as like when I had the first surgery, I thought that was the last, and never knew that it could come back. So, just to know that there's another option that is healthier for you that can pull it out naturally, that is an absolute plus. It
well,
is.
you know, a lot of us women, of course, we were never raised up to say, I mean, to know,
Yes,
that there's chemicals inside our pads and our tampons. Of course,
yes,
on tampons, it's always written on the box, but
yes.
who would have thought inside of a pad that your
Mhm.
chemicals are going to be there? And
Right.
if you do, I mean, I'm going to tell everybody out there, you have to do your own independent research because you're probably looking at us and you're probably thinking, oh, why am I going to believe everything that you're just saying? You're probably just saying it just because you're on Jewel. No, girl, let me tell you.
Right.
Look up the information yourself. Google side effects of sanitary napkins and tampons, and you're going to get a whole lot more information that you never thought that you would have gotten. And to
Yes.
know, and this is what I was doing last night because we just came from Dallas Fort Worth just like 10 minutes ago, actually before this live. And
Yeah.
actually I had the opportunity to share this with my nieces, and actually my brother-in-law's little actually his girlfriend's friend. So
Yes.
our daughter, I should say. Anyways, so she's been using tampons because, of course, she's in dance and everything. And of course, they have to wear them because, of course, they're on their cycle. And when they're
Yes.
on their cycle, I mean, they have no other choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I showed them and I was explaining to them, you have to know exactly what's in these tampons and in these pads because
Yes.
believe it or not, if you look up and I'm gonna say it because ovarian cancer, I mean, it's everywhere. Women face it every single day, every single month. I mean, every single time that we're on our cycles. Um, it's come back, tests have come back that they were saying that
I'm gonna say
pesticides are inside of this cancer. Where are the pesticides coming from? Pesticides, ladies and gentlemen, if you do your research, it's found inside of your pads that you wear monthly. Who would have
Right.
thought that you were going to find pesticides inside of your pad that you wear on a monthly basis? Nobody knows.
Right.
We weren't educated to say or to know these things that's inside of our pads. And of course, like Damon says, you know, these owners that are making these sanitary napkins, they own the medication that is bought off of the store shelves as well. So
Yes.
it goes in a cycle, right? So
Right.
everything that you've gone through, I mean, you faced as a woman with the fibroids and having to go through surgery. I mean, that's major stuff because you just never know what could happen while you're in surgery and what else that they could find. I mean, thank God that you are good. I am so glad that they introduced Jewel to you
Me
because,
too.
oh my
Thank you.
goodness.
Thank you so much.
So that Jamila is an amazing testimony, and like I said, I tip my hat off to was it Tony Strickland that shared it to you?
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Amen to that.
she shared both. And so yes, it was an actual no-brainer. She stopped what she was doing, came straight to my house, was like, hey, soon as I called her and told her about it, she was like, hey, I'm there. So,
That
yes,
and, and that's a good thing about what a lot of us women and men are doing now that we're in the forefront of this campaign. We have to share this with our men and women because face it, look at our women, what we're facing. I mean, you're just a breathing, living testimony of it. So, Jamila, I just want to thank you so much again. I mean, that was amazing. So we got Makira back on. So we're going to hop over to Makira right quick and let's hear what the last of her testimony that she was sharing, because where she left off was um, that she was sharing the panty liners was helping her so much right before her cycle. And go from there, Markira. Take us from there. Uh-oh. Let me get her back up here. We keep
okay.
losing her. All right, girl. There you are.
today, honestly, today has been the most craziest day. I just have not I didn't get to share that with you, but geez, but we're gonna keep it going. All right.
All right. Keep going,
So,
girl.
where did I leave off at? I left off at, I think I was saying, um, so once I started using the pads, transitioning from the panty liners going into the pads, I've noticed that my flow was heavy the first day, but however, I was able to keep that sanitary napkin on longer. It was dry. I didn't feel like, you know, any wetness or moist or whatever the case may be. So it felt as if I wasn't even on. The only reason why I knew is because, of course, I am heavy at the beginning, so I can feel it coming out. But other than that, once it hit the sanitary napkin, it absorbed it, and I would be fine. So then after the second, about the third day, I had lightened up really, really. Like I started lightening. Honestly, it was probably the second day I wasn't as heavy. So by the time I got to the fourth day, I was really light. So I was able to switch over to a panty liner. And by the time the next day, it was just like little spots. So I was literally on for 5 days, and I'm normally a 7 day person. And
Wow.
again, like I said, I normally get cramps. I had no cramps, and I normally get headaches at the end, and I didn't have that either. So
Wow.
with this being said, I've been that has given me a real great experience, and I also want to share because my niece came over today to stay with me for the week, and she asked me. She said, "Auntie, I need some pads," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So what you came on? And she was like, "Yes." So I asked her. I said, "Are you heavy?" So are you heavy? Are you, moderate, or are you're a light person? She's like,
Right.
well, I start off, medium. She's like, but I get heavy. So I said, all right, well, we're gonna start you off with the medium. So I gave her that. So we went in the store today. I actually have her on my story. And I asked her, I said, well, do you normally get cramps? And she was like, yeah, I get cramps. She's like, and I take a birth control and I'm normally on for like one day. She was like, but I take that because I get real bad cramps. But she hasn't complained not once today that she has cramps. I asked her how
Amen
she
to that.
feels. I asked her how she feels,
Yes.
and she said, I feel good. She was like, I can't tell that I'm on. She said, I feel dry. I was like, good. So she's actually
Amen.
in the room. She's probably about to get ready and leave with my son, but she's leaving with a pack today.
That's great. Yes. That's
Yeah,
how it's done, girl. Man,
yeah,
that right there, that's what it's all about. That's what Jewel is doing for our women. It's keeping us dry, it's keeping us cramp free, it's helping us with bloating. I mean, it's
Yeah.
helping us stay completely dry. It's taking all the toxins out and basically having so much of a little flow, right, ladies?
Yes.
A little flow compared to what we've had before. So, um, thank you so much, ladies, for being here with me. Just really quick before we end this live, what would you tell women out there, young women and women, what I mean, how to get a hold of these or what they need to do to get a hold of these and why they should get a hold of these?
okay. I can go first if you don't mind.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, the way you can get a hold of these, one, you can either, if you're on here, and because of course we all share, if you're on
Mhm.
here from being knowing me, or it's Tamika, right? I don't want to get your name wrong.
No, it's Jamila.
Jamila. Jamila.
Jamila. I don't know why I wanted
Mhm.
to say okay, Jamila or Jessica. You can reach out to any one of us, and we'll be able to get that over to you. Also, I believe being I'm a health coach, and gearing towards more natural. My whole under as far as me, I look at things in a natural as possible, being natural as possible. So using these sanitary napkins, all women should be using them because they are healthy, and we as women need to take care of ourselves and making sure that we are doing the best that we can do to take care of ourselves. And these pads are doing amazing, amazing things for women. And using the ones that are out the store, I'm telling you, they are not good for us. This is why we're so off balance and we're receiving headaches and cramps and bleeding heavily. Our moods are all over the place. So,
Yeah.
um, and the things that these pads in the stores are doing to the woman's body is not good. So I believe that all women should be gearing towards all natural sanitary napkins.
Amen to that, girl. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you for being here with us again, Markira.
Thank you for
Jamila,
having
what
me.
about you, girl? Thank you.
Actually, Mercury did say a lot as well. I would like to add that mainly for me, I would like to be able to reach out to as many people as I possibly can, and just be able to share and spread the word. Because as you stated a while back, we didn't have our hands on this. So I I would love to make sure that every woman, every child um, get a chance to use these products because they are more they're available now more as in where it was before. And so it is very important that we take care of ourselves, our bodies, do the research to know exactly what it is that we need to do, as far as like going through the process, because while we're on our monthly or our cycle, it's an uncomfortable feeling. So the dryness, the cool feeling, that helps out tremendously. It takes away the pain. And I can attest to that. And I mean, as far as like the larger pads and the adhesive, all of those things work because you don't have to worry about what you're wearing or turn around looking to see exactly what it is that you need to be able to do to cover up because you had an accident, things of that nature. So those are very important when it comes to the pads. And also for me, I would say, for ones that have MS or just different illnesses, those pads do work. I mean, they work tremendously, especially for MS, mood swings, and pain. I can actually say that it does work because I experienced that. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I just know that it works for a number of reasons. But one thing I could say, everybody needs to make sure that they do their research so you know exactly what you're doing before you even touch anything. But I know this is a winner.
Yeah.
Amen to that. Well, thank you so much. You both said it great.
Thank
And
you.
awesome things about Jewel. And this is why we're here. We're Justice for Our Jewel campaign. Justice for My Jewel campaign, not Justice for Our Jewel, but Justice for My Jewel campaign. If you haven't heard of it, get back with the person that brought you to this video. If either one of these ladies brought you here to this video, get back with them. Anybody else, get back with them as well, because you are going to want to try this Jewel pad that we have. They're doing amazing things. And you want to say, we always tell you to do your independent research so that you can understand what it is that you're wearing in your regular store pads today. But as a matter of fact, I mean, would you go and ask Walmart, or would you go and ask anywhere else, what it is that they're putting inside of their pads? No, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to even ask you, can you give me a sample? If you ask them, they're not going to give you one. So ladies and gentlemen, please do your research. I mean, what is the worst that can happen to you? You trying it and you liking it? If you don't like it, then fine. You can go back to your store bought. You will tell the difference between what it is that you wear from the store and from Jewel. I promise you on that one. But every single month that you wear a sanitary napkin from the store, you're going to keep getting the things that you get every single month. If you don't try something different, you're never going to know and understand what it could have done for you. So ladies, young women that are out there, listen to these two ladies that have shared their testimonies. We are here spreading this awareness so that you don't have to face the things that we've gone through as older women have faced before in our life. So ladies, if you're just barely now getting to hear about what Jewel is, like I said, like we all said, do your research. What's to hurt to try it? You need it either way. You gotta buy it. So anyways, thank you so much, ladies. You have a blessed day. And also, Justice for Our Jewel is justicejfmj.org is the campaign website. So take a look at it, do your research from there is where you can start, and then we'll go from there. So ladies, have a blessed day, and we will talk to you ladies soon.
Okay, you too.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.